Now that you've logged in and reset your password and notification information, it's time to create an ePortfolio. And you can do that in two ways. You can Here on the top level, there's the ePortfolios, which would be all ones you have listed, and you can click create, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to create one from your course. So if you go to your course section, you'll see your Gen Ed seminar first year experience course. You click on the title and you go to the tab that says ePortfolios. If you click on that, you'll see a link which says create a portfolio from templates. So if you click on that. Now here you're going to want to create your portfolio with your name and probably the class, because you're probably going to have a whole bunch of portfolios that have your name on it, and so you want to be able to differentiate them. And your teacher is going to have a whole bunch of portfolios that would say first year experience, so she needs to differentiate them. So I would recommend putting your name and the class that this is for. So in this case, FYE is fine. Come down through, make sure that it's checked off as private within Middlesex Community College, at least, because we want to make sure that students and faculty and administrators can see your portfolios. If you have it private, then nobody will be able to see it. And you can make it public, that's perfectly fine. That means that it's searchable to the outside world if you want that, and eventually you probably will want to have a portfolio that's searchable to the outside world. But at this level where it's just a course one, you probably want to have it closed off for the time being. Do I want to put it in the directory? Yes, because you want students and your classmates as well as faculty to be able to find it, so that makes sense. Who else can see it? Well, right now it's already set up that students and faculty and Gen Ed can see this. If there was somebody else you wanted to add to that, you could very well just type their name in here and it will show up if they're in our system already. So you can just start typing a name, like my name, and it pops up, and I can click on this and I can decide, is this person a viewer, or are they going to help me create stuff? So are they an editor or a publisher or an admin? Editors mean that they can make stuff, but they can't publish it. Publishers can edit and publish, and admins have full capabilities. They can delete the course, they can add new people to the course, anything else for your portfolio. Tagging. We want to allow tagging, at least by editors, and you can make it by everybody, because you're going to want to make these things searchable, so that way you can pull stuff together for your final portfolio for employment. And so tagging is going to allow you to put in terms that are going to say, okay, this is a group project. This is showing that I can use technology. This one here shows that I have written skills. And so you have your list of skills that you're interested in, and make sure that the tags match those, and that way you can then search for them. So at least do editors can be do tagging. Are comments available? This one you can say nobody can make comments, or registered, or anyone. Again, if it's public, then public can make comments, and you can then determine when the comments get showed. They don't get showed at all. They show up as soon as they're made, or you get to see them and decide whether you want that comment to be out there on the internet. So those are for your benefit. I would recommend at least letting people give comments, because you're trying to get feedback, at least from registered users, and you don't necessarily need them to be seen by everybody. But so I wouldn't recommend that this one, but I would recommend that there may be some that you want to put out there. Especially if you think something is, saying that you did a good job and this is great, you want people to be able to see those comments. Whereas if it's a constructive criticism, it may just be for your own benefit. So you may want to keep it in this middle range. And then when you're done, click Create the Portfolio, and we wait a couple of seconds, and voila, we are now in our FYE portfolio.